Hi. Welcome back to the homestead. Or welcome to the... welcome. So, nimetoka soko. In Kenyan terms, that doesn't sound like what I want it to sound like, but I actually am from the market right now, and I went early in the morning, so I left the house in such a mess. So, before I take care of all the produce I just got and the haul I just got, I actually have to first take care of the house. And water for doing my dishes is already hot and warm and ready. So I'm just gonna do all the dishes and then I can take care of everything here. It is a mess. Just wait and see. Oh my god, oh my bones. Okay. Hello there. Wait. I had to go back and retract my voice notes, not retract it, but listen to it to see whether there's background noise. I'm doing the voiceover in the garden, and I am near a church, and they're making a little bit of noise. But then it's in Kenya. Squeezy, you're always near some type of church, right? Put them to soak for a minute, and now we go on. If there are some things in my life I would say that would make me seem bougie, it's something like a sink. A sink. I don't think saying a sink, that I love sinks would make me bougie, but yeah, like I hate washing dishes like this and clothes. Ay, man, hapana. Nakwambia hivyo. Ni yake. Oh. Kwa kikombe. Nilikuwa nadhani ajalete kikombe ndio nilikuwa nikuulize kikombe kaya igako. Kikombe kaya igako. Lakini wewe hujaiza ya kabisa. Sasa ni mtu kama na makosti yani. Na makosti. After this break we continued. They were never ending. I have a cold. I have a horrible cold, and I'm sorry that I sound so dismissive. But I have this horrible cold, and it's really making me be out of it. But I'm in the garden, and I'm feeling some sort of calm, right? But at the same time, it is still there. But this is the only time I can do the voiceovers, and sometimes watching myself just. Especially now because it's a time lapse. You're just watching your hands go and then you're like, that is so fast. The lights are acting up. They keep going on and off. This is coffee and I do not like sugar in my coffee, which is rare around here. But yeah, so I have to do a lot of my work really, really quickly just so that I can reach my afternoon work and just be in the garden because that doesn't need electricity. But also I need to charge every electric device in the house. I wanted to bake, but since the lights are doing some flickering to bake in the oven, I wanted to do some oven baked fries, pumpkin and sweet potato fries because I just got some sweet potatoes. But I think I will do something that requires 30-40 minutes to cook, not like 2 hours or like more than that, or a lot of prep. That may just mean the lights will get lost in the middle. So I figured I will go and rinse these dishes that I just finished washing. And on my list I usually have, okay, let me just continue working while I may probably do that as a voiceover, but yes, okay, bye. So I'm going to have this one rinsed outside just so that they can get a little bit more sunlight and they can dry quicker and in more natural settings. So I'm just going to go and do that just so that I can have them out of the way for now. Actually not for now, for a while. So that when they do come back, all I'm doing is packing them up there in the dish racks and they will actually be dry. And that will be a load of my bucket list. Oh no! I wanted to keep the dishes outside so that they can dry all natural. Like anyway, the chickens are just on top of the dishes like I'm the king of New York. So I had to bring all of them back. And I forgot to rinse this because that's what I do. So I did go and rinse it because I hadn't rinsed it. Typical. So you would think cleaning like a small house is a small task. It is not. There's nooks and crannies and we have so much stuff. And there's nooks and crannies that I don't even usually get to until I see something and then I'm like, oh my god, have I ever cleaned this part? But it is nicer when you have a list. And as usual, I live on lists. So do a haul Yeah, that's what I'll do after I clean the house. I don't know, I would rather keep sweeping and sweeping and sweeping, but the first initial clean, I want to do it after I've done like something major, like do the dishes, and then I have that out of my brain, and then I'm like, okay, now clean house, and then fold clothes, something that you can tick off the list, and you feel, damn, I'm doing something, you know. Also, I ticked make coffee, rinse this, wash, dry them, arrange them in their corrective respective homes. Like ticking certain things in my list usually makes me feel more accomplished, although I end up not doing some things. But it's easier than not doing 90% of the things at the end of the day because you can't remember them. So yeah, we have a list we're going to follow to clean this house, and we're going to use the Melissa Maker method of like going clockwise or anti-clockwise. I just usually start somewhere and then I go around. So I don't really know which method I use. So I don't know that I'll start here going this way or here going that way, but we're going to see. I really do not know how to do this in front of a camera, like directly. I know how to just work and let the camera record, but actually communicating here, I'm sweating and I don't think it's the heat from outside. And so it began. Hey, I didn't even realize that this what is this called? This the top I was wearing, that it was this low, and that the inner one was this high. It was bad, okay? And I didn't see it. I saw it while I was editing this video, not editing this video per se, but when I started looking at the videos at the end of the day, and I couldn't change them, okay? And I dealt with it. This was difficult. This was difficult. How do things like accumulate behind things? Okay, that's so vague. But like when you move these things in like a month or two, you find so much behind it, and it's like, wait, where from? The bed is unmade, and I'm only at a quarter of the house because I just reached here, and I need to actually sort the fridge area. I'm not cleaning the fridge, although it needs cleaning, literally inside and out it needs cleaning. But I'm not cleaning the fridge. I have to get to the garden. The fridge will be on another rainy day or in-house day. Otherwise, I really need to get things in the garden going. So all I'm going to do is just do a sweep and do the top cleaning, mop the floors, fold these clothes, make the bed. Have I said make the bed? And sort this haul that I did today and store everything and plan for everything and have everything in my head. So when I'm in the garden, while I'm just doing things blindly, I can just I can just meal plan. Okay, I planned my meals before. Like the minute I got here from the market, I meal planned because I was busy eating breakfast, and I just figured that's my downtime, and I'm already sitting and I'm already like calculating everything I bought. So let me just do that. Not for the days though. I didn't do for the days. I was just like, okay, I would want this meal with this meal. What do I have in the house? This can be this meal and this meal. So I didn't do like this is breakfast for this day, lunch for this day. No. I just did, okay, so how many meals can this make? So far I have 12 meals. And I don't have to worry about lunch for today because there's leftovers from yesterday. And for supper I just have to prep. Okay, so for the meal prep I also do it, especially when I'm posting to my friend's house. I just go with like a cabbage or greens just so that I chop them with peppers, tomatoes, so that I can chop them and just put them in the fridge for when I need to use them quickly, and carrots. So I don't meal prep here. I rarely meal prep here unless I have like some downtime, or you wake up in the middle of the night. I don't know whether this happens to anyone else. You wake up in the middle of the night and you just like, ama nikatakate tu madania nilipack to fridge. I don't know whether anyone else gets this. Like you just wake up and then suddenly you're chopping bananas, ripe bananas for smoothies, and you're refrigerating them. You're peeling unripe bananas for another meal and soaking them in a bit of salty water and putting them in the fridge. You're peeling potatoes just because you are awake and you had nothing. Like you didn't want to do something that involves thinking, but you wanted to get some chores done. Do you ever just listen to yourself or watch yourself talk in this like recording time, and you're like, that could have been done in a voiceover? That's a lot of working time that you just wasted. Anyway, so I started packing the shopping. Not even sure whether to call it shopping. Nimezoea shopping near supermarket, but like specifically supermarket. Anyway, so I was chopping these bananas up, and they were slightly overripe, so I didn't want them going all bad on me, so I wanted to freeze them for smoothies. Then I took the peels to the
what is this called? This container that you have for putting like your kitchen scraps, not the dustbin, because we have pigs, we have chickens. So I put them there. Then I started packing the groceries. I don't buy a lot of groceries. I'm back to buying tomatoes because my other tomato plants haven't established and haven't started. I would say giving birth. These potatoes were 50 bob, and this capsicum these peppers were 30 bob. These carrots were 30 bob. And honestly, all these things, we have them in the garden now. Oh, that's my propagation station for those garlics. They grew. I've even planted them out already. Every time I buy I buy garlic from, what is this called? The market. Because every time I go to the market, I try and buy like a fat bulb of garlic. If I see a fat one, it's just 20 shillings. So I just try and spare 20 shillings and then I get the fat bulb and then I just bring it and propagate it. So now I just have random garlic plants in the garden and they'll just, I don't know. It's fun for me ever since I realized I can do that. So back in the house. This coriander was high. I had to find a way to make it stand, and that was tallow. I bought that tallow at 100 shillings. Actually, I am going to, what is this called? I'm going to render it today. I'm actually rendering that tallow today in a few because I really just want to go back indoors and stay indoors. I have a bad headache. Colds are just the weirdest things. Like, why are you colding? It's not even a word, but
While I'm busy cleaning this part of the house so that I can reach half the house, and I already did the bed. This is where I keep leaving my stand so that it can actually hold. These chickens decided, these things that are on the ground, we will just work on them. Look at what they did. Because why not? Why not? If you're going to do general cleaning, do all of it. You mannerless creatures.
so after that little dirty detour by the door, I continued because leaving the house like this was giving me this bad itch, and the lights kept going on and off. Like stima zilikuwa zinashinda zikipotea, na kila wakati stima zikipotea. Like, does anyone else have this thing where you find yourself just in wait for the lights to come back? So most of the time I was sitting down reading a novel or sitting down and crashing.
Have you realized that half the house is done? No? Well, I have, because I keep ticking things off the list, and so far I've just been left with this part past the bed, all the way to the sitting room.
So I finished organizing the dishes in the dish racks and just generally where they are supposed to go, and I kept sweeping. I would rather sweep like 7 times a day because of how dirty the floor gets, and I don't know how. I think it's because of the shoes. I just usually get out and then I come back in with them. I get out, I come back in with them. It's a whole thing, okay? I forget, okay? The in, the out. So long as I was not like sikuwa kianda kwa garden, sikuwa nimeteremka huko kwa shamba kabisa, those shoes may just enter the house if it's not muddy outside. So I think I'm the one that carries the dirt. So I was hanging up the papers, the freezer bags. I hung them up here because when they are outside, they just get stolen. They fly with the wind. Things happen, okay? Things just happen to like my freezer bags that don't make sense. So I made oh my god, this chair. Yeah. So what I had been doing for the past few days was natoa vitu kwa hii kiti, nazirusha kwa kitanda mchana, alafu jioni tukiwa kulala na narudisha tena kwa hiyo kiti, alafu narudisha tena kwa kitanda, narudisha tena kwa kiti. This chair has just, it's been onloading and offloading on the chair, on the bed, on the chair, on the bed for tomorrow. So then I just decided to bite the frog. That sounds wrong. Why would people make those things up? But yes, I decided to do the deed. That sounds worse. I decided to bite the frog and just sort the chair. Just sort the bloody chair. I guess she sort the chair. It was haunting me. Like, you want to do the deed, but you can't bring yourself to. Yeah. So then, just because I was in the mood, I sorted the drawers also, and these papers were eaten by rats. It was a rat, a whole rat. I saw it scurrying when I woke up in the middle of the night. It was so scary, man. a whole rat, man. It was just way up. Me na hizo vitu zi.
So the lights have done that thing again, and my phone is at 6%, and I still need to record the finishing of this entire part. I've actually finished everything else, and I did something extra by sorting out that drawer. So I need to get all of this done. The chair, everything is sorted. It's just supposed to go into its home place, and then I sweep everything outside. Then I mop. Then I just go and deal with the outside. But first, I need to go arrange those cups over there, so they can look presentable, and that table and this chair, like basically up. I'm doing a whole sweep of the upper parts. Okay.
Have you ever just watched yourself on time lapse just working, and then you're like, if only we had the power to like switch into a certain mode and have this kind of speed and finish your errands, especially the ones that are thoughtless. Especially once I figured out that a lot of homemaking is cleaning the dishes, it's cleaning. Me and water have become we're besties like that, man. These days, not that we weren't, but it wasn't this much. Like, I didn't manage my mom's house. I did not manage. I just.
The lights came back. You know what else came back? Me, with more clothes from outside. Because why not? Why not?
Sasa nikamaliza tu kukunja hizo na kuziweka juu kwa sababu sasa zingenisumbua tu bure. So then I finished fixing everything. So I finished that, then I swept. I hadn't even finished this part ya mbele, then I swept. I think having a broom that you hold and you don't have to bend while sweeping, and having a small surface area to actually sweep makes me sweep a lot, okay? All this tissue rolls thingies are for my siblings. I don't know if you follow me on TikTok or Instagram, or anyway, if you were not subscribed yet. She's sweeping again. If you are not subscribed, please subscribe and like and share, and what else do people do? What else? I don't know, man. I cleaned so much recently. I guess that day I was cleaning. And I'm editing this video about cleaning, and I'm like, didn't I just do this? It is just so, but it's so calming though. It is calming. I like this last part. I like when I'm finishing like a whole cleaning of the house, and I'm just there sorting through all the trash, what goes where, and the animals just keep me company, the chicks, the dogs. It is so nice. Everyone just looking for snacks and me just trying to clean. When you're not in a rush or in a mood, actually even when you're in a mood, they actually just brighten it up. This is a moment I treasure. I don't know. I didn't have this in an apartment. I've never had this in an apartment. These are the moments that make sense for me to have this life. Look. They're just so insanely gorgeous. Like, angalia tu tukuku. It gives me joy, okay? It's a thing. I knew I wasn't going to the garden, so nikaona tu I'm going to patter around outside. Like,
the house looks great. And this girl is technically supposed to go to the garden, but she cannot. Why? Because the day is almost done. And she's got to cook some supper and get ready for tomorrow by editing a couple of videos, because space on my phone is so scarce. So hi again. So we are done cleaning the house, and I really thought that I would have more done today, but the lights kept getting lost, and every time the lights are lost, my phone isn't even in the charger, but I just obsess and then I sleep. Not sleep, but like I crash. And I'm just there on the chair telling myself, let me write a list for tomorrow's activities. Let me journal. Because I was journaling at one point when the lights got lost. And I realized my whole day has been taken up by this. And going to the garden right now won't make sense. So, no gardening today. And tomorrow I have to clean my mom's house because the kids are back in school. My brother is a freshman in university. Which makes me wonder who will help me carry my pig food down. Because on Thursdays, he usually helps me. On Monday, I am usually with my partner. But yeah, So the house will need a reset, and I know my mom won't do it because African moms, I have a child. What is that child for? But it's actually fun considering I'll be alone in the house, so I'll do some cleaning. I don't think I'll finish all of it tomorrow because I have to edit and actually post a YouTube video. Actually, we're on September 6th. I don't know. But this week has just gone by, flown by. But yeah, I have to edit a video and post it tomorrow, so I want to do a lot of cleaning tomorrow. And I know there's Wi-Fi at home at my mom's house, so I get hooked on Wi-Fi and then I go researching new hashtags, new things to post, new challenges to work on. So yeah, time just flies by. And also I have to search for pig food around the bins. If you've been here since the very beginning and you've reached until right now, thank you. And it's been a pleasure hanging out with you. And I hope for you it's been the same to hang out with me. And thank you for being here. Till next time. Okay. One more thing. Always write lists.